It's the Wheelman. And a word of note here, I'll tell you this, if this guy kills you during the fight at any time, you will have to start the whole thing over, so be very careful. So the goal of this fight is pretty straightforward. It is to stun him with this spotlight here, with these 4 different stations, and then you go and unplug each of his 4 life support plugins, being fed to him through these giant tubes. So, since this is a 4-part battle, it reminds me a lot of the Flagra boss battle from Metroid Prime, because there's 4 things you have to do, 4 phases, if you will. This kind of reminds me of that. You know, after each wave, this guy will attempt to do this kind of OTK thing where he punches you. And so just shoot him with the shotgun, keep him stun locked while you get across, so then he can't do that. No, you will not do the furniture death wave on me. Throws furniture. What? I don't know what to make of that, but that's what he does. Just picked up some shells there. Here's plugin number 2. Okay, now get ready to run here, because he's going to do this little shock wave of death thing that can really be damaging. It's like, oh my god, run Murphy, run! You can just run past these enemies here, and these things, shoot them once in the chest, and keep running. Yuri's gonna get a little minion here. Say hell no. I say yes to this med kit. I'm gonna use it right away. Shoot the last guy. Run away from this dude. Run around this cage thing here. Then stun lock his ass with the shells. Now we're far enough away so we can't punch you. Spotlight. And that's phase 3. Again, keep him from punching you, because it does hurt really bad. Watch out for the furniture death wave. Just made it on there. And here's the 4th plug. And now give yourself a big congratulations, because you have just beaten the final boss in Silent Hill Downpour.
How could you?
What?
He was a good man. A good man!
What the hell are you talking about? That thing tried to kill me. It's not a man, it's a monster. No. No, that's not how it was supposed to go. That's not what I agreed to.
Murphy? Is that you?
Officer Coleridge?
Jeez, I'm glad it's just you. This thing is kicking off something fierce. I knew you'd be smart enough to steer clear of it.
What are you doing here?
Sewell told me to meet him here. You haven't seen him, have you? He ain't answering his radio. Are you okay, Murph? You don't look so good. What's that you got there? What the hell's going on, Murphy?
No. This isn't what I agreed to.
What are you talking about? Agreed to what?
Tell him, Murph.
What's going on here, Sewell? Why didn't you answer the radio?
Should've learned to keep your big fucking mouth shut, Frank. Now my friend Murphy's gotta shut it for you.
Murphy, don't do this.
Come on, Murphy, you gonna keep your end of the bargain or not? Do it, you
Murphy.
son of a bitch!
No.
No.
You know, he was a great man, my dad. Didn't matter who you were. Family, friends, even prisoners. He treated everyone with respect. Always looking for the positive side of people. I wanted to be just like him.
You don't understand. Your father treated me like one of his own.
He didn't die right away, you know. After you were done beating the life out of him, he spent years in that wheelchair. A fucking vegetable. Did you know that? And I had to watch this wonderful man shit and piss all over himself, day after day after day. And every time I looked at him, you know what I saw?
Listen to me.
I saw a monster. I saw you.
Just calm down a minute and let me tell you what really happened.
You don't know how many strings I had to pull to get your transfer approved, to get you to my prison. The favors I had to call in, the sick things I had to do to get you under my watch.
You don't have to do this.
My father was a good man. He didn't believe in revenge. But I do.
And there we just got the achievement for good behavior because we didn't kill any incapacitated enemies once they were down. So now we are playing as the Boogeyman, and we have to chase up to Cunningham here and knock her down. As to why we are playing as the Boogeyman right now, I am unsure. Ah. These juggernauts here, they might be a problem. No, you have no sprint button, you have no charge button. You have to catch up to her, which is kind of annoying. There we go, got her. Alright, now to complete the forgiveness ending, we have to spare her.
No. I won't do it.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
No!
Jesus, you're pathetic. What about Napier? The guy kills your boy. You go through all the trouble of getting yourself locked up with him, and what happens? I serve him to you like a fucking Christmas goose, and you can't even finish the job. No, I gotta go in there and finish the bastard off for you. I ask for one little favor in return.
Murphy? Run!
And this is the thanks I get.
Frank!
Put your hands where I can see them.
You son of a...
I'm not gonna tell you again. Sewell here. We got an officer down. 1000, C block, shower level, over.
You can't do this.
I didn't. Whose prints do you think are on that shiv?
10-4. Backup's on its way. Sit tight.
Roger that. Should have just kept your end of the deal, Murph. Cop killers don't last too long in here.
I'm sorry, Frank. I'm sorry, Frank.
It wasn't you.
It was my fault he died.
Pendleton.
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
Officer Cunningham, do you copy? Over.
This is Cunningham. I copy. Over.
What's your 20, Cunningham? We've got half the department out looking for you. Over.
I'm okay. I'm on the shore of a lake somewhere. Afraid I can't be more specific than that. Over.
Roger. We'll send the bird sweep the shore again. We've located everyone except for one, Pendleton Murphy. You got a 20 on Pendleton? Over.
Negative. Pendleton's dead. Over.
Roger that.
You gonna be okay?
You better go.
And that is Silent Hill Downpour, completed on hard difficulty. As soon as I hit to skip the credits here, we'll get the achievements and we will see what we got here. But let's talk about the game as a whole. Overall, I like the game. It's definitely a nice change of scenery from only playing FPSs to going to this. I really like horror games, and this is definitely a pretty good one. I like Murphy as a character, especially. You can tell he has feelings of guilt and remorse over what he's done. He's a relatable character in that sense, is that he feels genuine human emotion. I like that. Another thing about this game is that I like its moral choice system. A lot of moral choice games are very black and white in terms of you're either Mother Teresa or Satan. And I don't like that kind of night and day, black and white moral choice system. This one gives you several different options on what you can do. Do you kill the enemies? Do you let them live? Do you console? Do you taunt? Do you leave? Or do you rescue? and then at the very end you spare Cunningham or kill her, and all of that determines your ending that you get. And it gives a nice little mix of shades of gray in there that separate from the usual black and white moral choice system that most video games offer. And I like that. And as I said at the beginning, great graphics, great music. For some reason I had a little bit of trouble getting through doors, and I don't know why that was. I would hit the control sticks and go forward into the open space, but it wouldn't let me through, and I don't know why that was. But that's a minor inconvenience. If this gets positive reception, I will definitely do more of these for the different endings. And yeah, it's been really fun playing this. You'll notice that I didn't pick up hardly a single memory. That was intentional. I know where a lot of them are, but this was a run purely for hard mode and the forgiveness ending, where I didn't want to have to bother myself with fighting a ton of enemies to go off the path to pick up a collectible. So I'll definitely do a guide featuring how to get all the memories to complete all 53 for the journal, because I have done that before. And so yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for watching, and let's see our ending here, the achievements we have here. Yep, capital punishment. Puzzle master. And there, ending A, which is the forgiveness ending, which in my mind, I'm pretty sure that's if the developers planned an ending for the game to be the absolute ending in terms of how they feel the game should have turned out, or how they feel the true ending, quote quote, of the game would have been. It's probably the A ending, which was the forgiveness ending, meaning both Cunningham as well as Murphy passed their tests in Silent Hill. They were drawn in to be tested and learn to forgive, and as a result passed their tests and got the good ending. That's how I see it anyway.